My name is Adwoa-CDD-Ghana, and I'm an intern at CDD. I've been here for a month now. I go to school at SOS-Hermann International College, and I'm going to my final year.
My name is Afia, and I'm going into my final year at SOS-Hermann International College in Tema.
We heard about CDD when Dr. Asante came to our school for Humanities Day. And during the session, he encouraged students to care more about the state of our continent, Africa, and to do our part in contributing to it. And I thought this was very interesting. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to intern at CDD. I wanted to learn more about democracy and what can I do as a citizen to improve upon the state of my country.
We reached out to CDD through our teacher, Mr. Kamau, and thankfully they agreed to let us apply to be interns for a month. We've had different tasks under different departments in the organization. So we've worked, for example, with the communications department, preparing media reports. We've helped with research for presentations that some of the employees of CDD had to prepare for. And we took notes during meetings with various stakeholders of CDD.
And I'll talk about the Democracy and Governance Bootcamp, which is organized for senior high school students across the country. Afia and I were reporters of a sort for the 1 week period. And we wrote articles and pieces about what the students were doing and what they learned from the various tasks. We also conducted interviews. I would say that the experience was very rewarding because you were able to learn a lot about democracy and governance, like the campus, but also about ourselves and what we are capable of if we put our minds to it.
I learned a lot from the different tasks that we had to complete here at CDD. I think a main thing for me was writing and communication skills. Research skills was a big thing because we helped we helped some employees with their research, so we had to go through a lot of reports from different organizations and extract data from those. So those are two big things. I certainly know more about democracy as a political system and how it works, and some of the requisites that are needed to make democracy work in a society. Because sitting in on some of the meetings, some of the participants talked a lot about concepts like accountability and transparency and how these are very important in order to uphold democracy in a society.
I think research skills was a very big thing for me, and so I'm glad that I've been able to have this experience and really build upon my research skills, and I know that I'm going to be more successful. And also with regards to democracy and governance, I enjoyed being able to sit in at the meetings because it showed me how conclusions are reached on policies. It just taught me a lot, so I was glad that I was able to be exposed to it and get a lot of the insights that I did. So my expectations were met and exceeded, I think, because I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would.
Everyone at CDD was really warm and welcoming, and the entire experience was really fun and not just, academic. So that was great. I would definitely recommend that students our age come and take part in this experience, just because in school you learn kind of the theory of different political systems and different methods of governance, but it's hard to see how things actually happen in real life and how things actually happen in our society and our system. So I would definitely recommend it.
I think some advice that future high school interns that want to intern here should take note of is the fact that you have to be flexible. You should be ready to be able to get a bunch of different tasks which require different parts of you, and be able to do all of them to the best of your capabilities and also within the time limit that is specified. But note that the staff here are really helpful and warm, and they will be ready to help you whenever you need it. This internship really teaches you a lot about democracy and governance as a whole, even in the conversations that we have with other staff members, with the directors, in the meetings that we are able to sit on and take notes. It really helps you to learn more about the country and the continent and how policies are made, how conclusions are reached. During this internship, you're also made to read a lot, read wide, read some research papers, some reports about policies that have been implemented or policies that should be implemented.
I think this internship was definitely more a more engaging experience than you would have at some other companies, just because they really make an effort to make sure you're engaged and involved and you're actually building your skills and learning, as opposed to just, as Adwoa said, making printouts or getting coffee. And it was a really fun experience for both of us, and we learned a lot.